Okay, so at one point he goes to LA
Mm-hmm.
and that's where he shot the hypnotized video, right?
Yes. He still had the cane from the car accident.
Exactly. And you actually went out to LA with him initially.
I did. Not initially. I went out. They were already out there for a few weeks, and then I went out there.
Okay, so you go out to meet Biggie to hang out with him in LA, and you guys are in a hotel room, and you go through his bag.
No.
No?
I didn't go through his bag at first.
Okay.
What happened was let me see if I can remember this in the right order. There was some nail polish, women's nail polish or something, some sort of women's toiletries in the room, which led me to ask, what is this or whatever. And I don't know what he said. Obviously you had a woman in your room if there's women's toiletries in here. Conversation escalated. All of my stuff, like, my suitcase and everything, I had only been there for maybe a day or two. All of my stuff was in the bedroom. It was a suite. He gets mad at me and locks me out of the bedroom. He pushed me out into the suite area, because we were arguing or whatever over the nail polish stuff. I don't know what he was telling me. So I'm sitting there and there's just bag, and I can see that there's a big thing, a stack of pictures. And, I'm like, what is this? So, I look at the pictures and it's pictures of him with a disposable camera on his back. And he's taking pictures of a girl sucking his dick. And, obviously he's not a little guy. So he's got the big stomach. He's got the watch, the ring, everything is on in the picture. Everything's on in the photo. He's taking the pictures like this. And there's tons of them. It's it couldn't have been one disposable camera. You had to have been running through these things like crazy. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I flip out, I'm going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck are these pictures? And, I'm spazzing out. His watch and his ring. Puff had just bought him some crazy watch, and he had this crazy diamond ring that he had just gotten for Christmas. But before I even did that, before I even got to his jewelry, because the argument was so severe, and I don't know why he did it, but he cut up and ripped up all of my clothes and my shoes and bags and everything, and he threw them out from, the bedroom. So the bedroom door had a lock, or I don't know if he put something up to the door, so I couldn't get in there. And he just took all my stuff and he threw it out, and it was all ruined, everything. So I was like, oh, okay, you want to do that? So I took his ring and his watch and I threw it off the balcony into the pool. And by that point, I guess I had said what I did through the door. And then when he came out, it was just a melee, pretty much. There was room service in there, and they, when they bring you tea or coffee, it's in those big silver kettles. One of those went against the wall. There was shit breaking everywhere. It was a mess. Long story short, Puff came, police came, and we were banned from the hotel on top of thousands of dollars worth of damage being done to the hotel room. So much so, in fact, that after Big died, homicide detectives came to interview me because I guess they had gotten the police report of what transpired in that hotel room. So it was bad. It was insane.
So I guess the police had to go check to make sure that you didn't kill him in retaliation for that whole situation.
Literally, the whole time, they actually flew to New York to interview me, and they literally made me go step by step through this whole entire situation. I'm like, I can't believe I'm telling this story to the police. But yeah, they wanted all the details, do you know anybody in California? I'm like, no, it definitely wasn't me, but I can understand, they're like, okay, well, there's a police report of him fighting this girl, 2 weeks before he died. So I guess they had to follow all their leads.
I guess the funny part about the story in retrospect, because you can laugh at it, years later, was that when he was caught with the pictures, he tried to use what I call the Shaggy defense. It wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. That was the best part. Because it was a stoned face. It wasn't me. It wasn't like, his eyes weren't big or, if someone's lying and like they just know they're super caught. I mean, the excuses were running the gamut. It wasn't me. So I'm like, okay, so there's another black man with a stomach of this size with the same ring and the same watch that you have. And then he's like, I'm telling you, Ma, that's not me. So then I was like, oh, okay, so it's not you. So you're just walking around with random pictures of some other black man's dick in this girl's mouth. Like, explain this, make it make sense to me. Like, his excuses were running the gamut. They were crazy.
Well, and I guess the crazy part also about this, because in 2023, everyone has a phone with a digital camera. So you take a picture, it's in your phone, you're done. But during that time, you're talking about a disposable camera, he actually had to go to a photo match
and get them developed.
Get these pictures developed.
Yes. And it was a stack of pictures. It had to have been at least 2 disposable cameras because and all the pictures were the same. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm like, my mouth is just wide open and I'm like, I don't even believe what I'm looking at. And he's like, that's not me. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. Someone at Walgreens had to go and develop all these pictures, put them into the
I feel sorry for whoever had to develop those photos.
Okay. And I remember we did an interview with Lil C's. I guess, Big obviously knew about the photos.
Right.
And they were in that bag. And he told C specifically to get rid of that bag.
Right.
And C's just forgot.
We was the hotel we was in. I think we was at the Four Seasons at this one because we went to like 4 different hotels. We was at the Four Seasons, and he kept telling me, I had my own room, of course, but I would always be in his room. He kept telling me to take this bag out the room for like 2-3 days. Yo, Charlie about to come here. Get that bag out of here. Stolen. All right, when I go downstairs, take it. We go out, do shit. Bag still up there. Next day, same old shit. And one day I was downstairs, and she must have got there. And I just remember D-Rock banging on my door, like, yo, come on, I need you to come upstairs, help me pack his shit. I'm like, pack his shit for what? He's like, yo, we got to get out of here, dog. Shit went down upstairs. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, Charlie went in that bag. Her and Big got into it. She threw the nigga ring over the window. She was throwing juices at him. I come in the room, it's wild fucking cranberry juice, all type of shit on the walls.
Damn.
He like, yo, your man had to rush out. I had to get him up out of here, though. He out here, no shoes on, no nothing, shirtless. I'm like, oh, God. What the fuck did I do? I'm like, all right, pack his shit up. Go to the hotel with him now. He's sitting up there barefoot, no shirt on. Like, look, nigga, didn't I tell you to take that bag out? I said, B.I., I know you told me that. I was like, yo, but why she went in my bag? He like, that ain't the point. She wouldn't have went in your bag if the bag wasn't in there. I told you for days to take that bag out of there, bro. He was like, yo, man, I'm sending you home. Fuck that. You gotta go home for a little while.
Yeah, see, I never knew that. I didn't really find that out until recently when C's told the story on something. I was like, oh, so C's was supposed to move the bag. So yeah, I heard Big was really mad at C's for not removing that bag.
Yeah, I heard for like a week later, like Big would just ignore him. Like would literally like just be around him, not say nothing, passing the blunt, no words, just like totally ignore him like he wasn't there.
You're the one that took the picture, so you can't even be mad at C's. Like I'm still trying to figure out why did you feel the need to, document this? Like what? I don't know. Big was crazy, so that was wild.